everyone to another video in our Bryan Fundamentals series where I try to get better at Bryan day by day and bring you along for the ride. So today is part 2 of reviewing my EVO matches from EVO 2025 Las Vegas, and we've made it to round 4. At this point we are 2-1 and in the losers bracket, and this is the 4th round. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into things, but our first match was against Leo. What I'm going to do is, since each of these recordings is not too long, they're like 6 minutes, right? So we're just going to go ahead and watch them all the way straight through. I'll commentate as I go, but I won't pause too much, or try to avoid pausing as much as possible so that we can all enjoy it together. And then after that, we'll go back, pause through things, kind of talk through things, and as well as for me to try and reflect a little bit. We'll probably focus a little bit more on losses than we do wins, so that we can learn why we lost. But I do think we'll try and see if we notice anything across all the games, for that matter. How's it going, Mello? Good to see you. All right, and before we jump right into things, I just want y'all to listen to the audio of this recording here, just the first 5 seconds. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but they're saying, "Oh my God, it's Bryan! It's Bryan! He's top one! He's top one!" I've never dealt with that in a tournament before, where everyone hates your character or everyone thinks they hate your character. This was a first for me. I didn't really get a whole lot of that because I don't know if people really believe it one way or the other, but it's kind of funny to experience. So anyway, let's jump right into things. So we have a Leo. We're kind of feeling each other out, right? I'm using like jabs, down fours, just trying to space them out, but try to like kind of safely establish my space here. And we'll see that this Leo is definitely like coming in and out of our space, trying to catch, like trying to get their offense started, and we're managing to. They're probably capping for sure. Arslan was not behind me. Hey, maybe Div, good to see you. Yeah, I do remember you, but that's not the part that I remember. I remember the good stuff. So for sure, yeah. I hope you're enjoying the game more. So as you can see, I looked away for a little bit. That's totally fine because we will jump back into things. Ooh, that step was awesome. I forgot that I did that. But yeah, you can see that essentially what I'm trying to do is abuse the moves that have range advantage. And I'm trying to do like tip range of my 4-2-1-2 strings, trying to do tip range of my jabs, my down fours and whatnot. And I'm trying my down back three. You see, like this type of stuff, my practice has really been coming into to play in these types of games, because you can see that I'm tagging them with lows from like the max range of stuff just to try and establish space control against them, and it's helping us a lot because it makes it much harder for the Leo to get in. But yeah, giving them, okay, that was a really good duck. Classic duck from far away and do it while standing too. Heck yeah, Cholzi, that's super awesome. Congratulations. I didn't realize you and your girlfriend both play Bryan. That's awesome. That's actually kind of cool. My wife does not play Bryan. She's more of a Nina fan. Yeah, you're allowed to, Mello, you're allowed to pick the what do you call it? The default alternate costumes in tournament. And there's like about 4, right? So yeah, this is just one of the base ones. The things start falling apart. You can see like the Leo's now in my face. They've found a way to get in. I managed to catch them with this down 2-3 string. Down two has been amazing. Like it definitely, the practice that we did in just the few weeks leading up to EVO, just on down 2, made so much difference in my games. And yeah, they got us with some down 4-1 pressure. Totally fine. Do a jab. They actually mashed here. Interesting. Managed to get a read on that that high extension. Remember to take my turn. Again, a bit of a missed input there with the up 4-3. I think I was trying to 4-3 again, like kind of running in 4-3. I'm not sure. And taking you'll notice that even though I could have killed probably with a back 4, I went for the stability of the heat smash because we are in tournament, I don't want to miss the back 4 and I want to, like, I have a good feeling that they're going to go ahead, they're going to get hit by it, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the free damage, so to speak, the stable stuff, and then leave them in a guess situation. Heck yeah, Mello. I'm not really sure, Mecha. I haven't played Kazuya much in 8, and I don't know that one in particular. It doesn't ring a bell, at least. Nice. You'll notice that I'm mostly just blocking and trying to take my turn when I don't know what the frames are for it interrupting. Just kind of like taking my time here. Again, with the messed up upward threes just coming in clutch, being 0 on block. You'll notice that I've been establishing a lot of these 3+4 2s, just like losing my turn there. I think part of that's just habit. But also trying to see if I can't, you know, open up a situation where I can charge it later, right? Mr. Confirmed, that's alright. That crouch dash shook me. That was, I remember that being like, oh my god, he crouch dashed under it and got a punish. Oops, bit of a missed input there. That's okay. Missed combo there. You'll notice that these down 2-3 delays, using them to just like break up like an otherwise very quick set of exchange is really helping, because you're essentially going, I hit, you hit, I hit, you hit, I hit, I hit, and then all of a sudden, you know, you've gotten counter hit. Taking our time here. Yeah, Mecha, it is crazy. Oh, unless you're talking about the Kazuya one. Or classic messed up quarter circle back one into while standing one, saving us. I guess I ducked there, or something. But you'll notice that I'm trying to just like use these jabs, be quick, but also, oh yeah, this was my favorite moment here. You notice I did down 2 into crouch cancel hatchet kick, and then immediately finished the string the second time, and they got counter hit yet again. Just kind of like knowing how to very quickly like establish this opponent does not want to respect down 2. So we're going to, oh yeah, that was sick too. We're going to go ahead and take our frames really in the most greedy way possible, and then once they start blocking, and then show them yet again a reason, like yet again the counter hit. Nice. Using our heat strings as much as we can. Missed my taunt, that's okay. Oh yeah, we did it. I don't know if that was gonna work or if I did it early, but we caught them on the mash there and we're able to win. Yeah, that side step jet upper really coming in clutch there. So, all right, let's go through now, and I'm gonna pause and talk through things as we see them. Right. Thank you. This was a good one. This person was SoCal, I believe, was what they were saying. They're pretty good. So you'll notice like we want to feel out of their opponent, right? It's as you get deeper and deeper, you can kind of expect someone to be more solid of a player. And of course, we're still round 4, but like, you know, you want to feel them out. So this person, you know, took some time, then ran up to jab down 4-2, down 4-1, and I got super greedy with it. I did down jab afterwards, and it worked, and then immediately take it down 4, and then do a jab just to try and stuff their approach, right? To see, are they mashy? Plus, they're not going to be able to launch me if they're, you know, if they're just waiting. And then I do like a quarter circle back one after the jab to put them in a plus situation for me. And then we check them with a down 4, the safest option, just to see what's going to happen, right? And it was so far away, he doesn't go for the punish, which I think is correct. Now they run up and tag us with a jab. And they're doing their pokes, right? And I'm just like blocking a little bit, and then as soon as they move away, I throw in that quarter circle back one to, and this time you'll see I run in and do a down 2. And the down 2 does work, and we're just cycling. This is not a whole lot of thought going into this. We are cycling things. Like I see a down 2 hit, I'm going to go for a down back 3, right? Like if I don't see it hit, I might block or see what happens. And then when you'll notice here, when I come in here and do the down 2 and the down back 3, there's a little bit of space here, right? So then I do a quarter circle, do a requiem now, and it catches him moving back into the close range. And you'll notice that sometimes I'll cycle the down 2 so that I'm having more than one, so that it's not really clear whether or not I'm doing a low or a mid, right? Their buddies did tell me to nerf Bryan afterwards as a joke. It was pretty funny. So now they're blocking a lot, right? And I'm just throwing bigger moves like back one, but not like trying to take my frames. I'm just trying to see like, what are you going to do in that situation, right? Then I'm just tagging with like open down fours and whatnot. That was a bit crazy. I was trying to down back 3 their approach, and it kind of worked, but then, you know, we both whiffed. I did a throw after the 1-4 because I've noticed a lot of people mash pretty hard on those types of punishes, and he actually ducked, which was pretty something interesting to see, right? And then we got a good step there, missed our heat. I almost got another back turn on them, which was pretty crazy. And this range here is kind of why I realized Requiem is so good. Like, look at this range, okay? We're here, okay? And now look at how the Neo Solar Racer, not Neo Solar, whatever, Incinerator combo. Look at how 4-2-1-2. It hits from there. And we can hit confirm it. That's crazy. That string's very good. This is what people are complaining about with Bryan. Like, that's what they complain about, not the other stuff. So he's just doing a lot of pokes, and I'm trying to, like, just weather the storm there, right? And then when it's my turn, I'll start doing something different, like 2 down back 3s, right? Into a hatchet. And then you notice I immediately, once I started getting greedy, I did down back 3 into a knee to see if he would press, and he didn't. And then, you know, we gotta let that rip eventually. It's just -10. He doesn't get the punish, which allows us to punish him back. Didn't do a punish on that down 4-2. It's -12, I believe. We're just blocking for a lot of these kind of mixed situations. Thanks to Mecha, I actually know this matchup pretty decently. So, like, we have the luxury to kind of wait a little bit and observe them. But that far range duck into a while standing 2 keep out was pretty good. Caught us. I think we died here. And you'll notice that I just kind of block. So I was actually trying to catch my, I was trying to get a heat dash, but didn't work out. But yeah, we're just trying to block. I think I ducked looking for a low there. Get caught coming in. You notice, oh, okay, so the K&K situation I challenge with a 1-4. And then immediately into a down 2. Into a down back 3 because we're -2. And you'll notice that, all right, missed my hatchet, have to take the mix, get hit. Now it's their turn. I'm still doing that pretty aggressive walk, but the Leo hasn't done anything to stop us yet. They're just giving us space now. A lot of mixes. And then we do a full delay down 2-3 to take our turn back, and it gets a nice counter hit. Bit of an input error there, which is unfortunate. And, okay. We fight back on that down forward 1. Then they get another one, and this time I stay blocking, expecting like a jab or something, and they go for the low, which is nice. And because we challenged the K&K in the last situation, I kind of assumed that they would try to counter hit us here. This is where matchup knowledge really helps. Like, we haven't seen... Yeah, I have to get my counters with 1-2-4. I do 1-2-1 when I'm not sure if it's going to work, and I do 1-2-4 when I'm a lot more confident. But I think I could do 1-2-4 a lot more in this game. That being said, like, this is a good situation to note, like, oh, okay, Leos have a counter hit move option out of that K&K situation. It's a high. I showed them that I'm mashing, but that means this Leo might want to punish me, right? So then we immediately go for the duck on the next interaction of that situation. This is where matchup knowledge helps a lot, because you can start playing the mind games of your opponent's character, like, from the get-go, basically. Go ahead and take that, I don't know what that guy's talking about. And nice. Got a duck on there, didn't get the full punish, but we're able to close this one out. Kind of just like slowing things down a little bit. The game is very much starting to slow as we take more and more like hits off of them, because, you know, they're starting to get more careful. We kind of got the feeling that they were a careful player from the beginning by the way that they were playing. So we get the feeling that they're going to block more, right? in the beginnings of the round. Thought he was going to stay down there based off the last interaction. I definitely could have done 1-2-4 there, but I was kind of getting surprised by the situation, so panicking with a 1-2-1. But we do just immediately go for Heat Smash as our frame trap. Again, do the 3+4-2 in case we need it later. And he's able to fight out of the corner because I was blocking. I was scared. I do 1-2-4 there because I kind of expect something weird. I was wrong. That was crazy. That was a really either lucky or good low parry. I don't remember if I was doing that on purpose or not. But we continue using these down 2-3s. I'm starting to smell blood on these, right? Because these are working a lot. And notice I actually blocked there because I was kind of worried about whether or not what they would do. Because I'd already hit them with jabs so many times. Respecting the K&K there because we just got a launch on it in the last interaction. Just pure luck on that while standing 1 there. Now we do it down 4 because they didn't push in the last round and trying to get some free damage at the beginning, right? Doesn't quite work out for us because he immediately jumps into our face. I probably should have left, led with maybe a jab or something after the down 4. But now we're doing okay. So now I've counter hit them already on this down 2-3. So I want them to continue to get counter hit by this down 2-3. I'm realizing that they're kind of weak to this mind game. So after this down 2, I'm already pretty sure that in the same situation, they're going to block this time. So I go full crouch and instead go for this hatchet, which tracks him walking to the left, which is crazy. And then I immediately follow it up with another down 2-3, and this one gets them to press. I did not believe in that taunt setup. So things are getting dire. I try to check them here. I do a side step, and we get a nice jet upper. Down 4. Catch him with that Requiem. Just do a down back 3 there. 1-2-1. Into, I guess into Incinerator as a frame trap. And then I'm smelling blood. I actually don't know if this was going to hit if they blocked because it felt early, but also the move that the Leo did kind of had a little bit of a thing that pulled them away from the taunt. So maybe I canceled the taunt at about the right time and it caught them anyway. But it ended up, this is the danger. This is the danger of mashing against taunt, or the risk you're trying to evaluate. It's are they more likely to hit me with the taunt, or are they more likely to mess up the taunt? Or are they more likely to just let it rip and then I get counter hit as a result, right? So in this case, it worked out for us, which is great. All right, let's pull up the next one. So next round was against this Lily. This Lily player, I'd seen him play, I think. I don't actually think I watched them play, but I knew that they were a Lily player. You understand why they hate Bryan? Bro, whatever. Bryan is just trying to tag you, and get absurd damage on you. But anyway, this person's playing Lily. The first things that we're thinking about, right, are... Oh, that's what it was. I think I saw this person playing against someone else, and they were, doing Lily stuff. They just, stepping and doing all sorts of Lily things, right? So I was like, okay, this is a classic Lily player. That's going to play really solid, right? Yeah. It's so good to do, but that was so suffocating for the layer. That's sort of... It's definitely Bryan's space control. Bryan's always been about space control, and ironically with his Incinerator string, with his taunt charge, that's where his space control gets really strong. Because all of a sudden his Incinerator string's really tracking, his hatchet is really good. He has a freaking awesome counter that's +5, power crush type situation with his Mach Punch. And then on top of that, he's still just got this kind of ridiculous +7 move that he could throw out there if he's just trying to, pressure, right? So it's pretty crazy stuff. He definitely, when he's got that snake eyes charge, he's got incredible space control, and he's already had good space control with like down fours. He still has mop kick if he needs to. It just doesn't counter hit anymore. So yeah, very good character. But anyway, with Lily can step practically everything on Bryan. The one thing that we know from our play that she has trouble stepping is pretty much down four. That's pretty much the only thing that we can really rely on besides straight up tracking moves. To catch all of that movement, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and play through this, and then we will go from there, right? So again, checking them out with like down fours and jabs, pretty much the exact same thing we did last time, right? And then now we're just kind of blocking, trying to walk away from the wall, or challenge if we get the feeling they're going to do something crazy. Taking our time here, and then I get grabbed. Too bad. Bring back his 8-frame grab though. That would be pretty crazy. Jabbing it down 4, and then you'll notice. Oh, sorry. You'll notice she did immediately after that sequence does sidestep into Matterhorn, right? Pretty crazy. Matterhorn is unsafe. We can launch that. This is airborne, so I kind of modify the combo a bit to get to the wall correctly. Messed up our hatchet, so I go ahead and block when I get that back 3 to see what they're going to do. And then this time they immediately go for it again, right? So I'm blocking to see how often they like to do it, and we get that nice launch. She steps our down 2 very cleanly there. Down 4-2 would not have tracked either. Get back turned. Things are looking scary. And then we use Incinerator because Incinerator's insane. You see that? She did I think Matterhorn is actually probably like minus 18 or something. I'm not sure though. It's definitely like comfortably launch, was my understanding. You'll notice that I'm trying to like kind of still get these like lockdown strengths or lockdown pokes coming in. Get a nice trade there. Incinerator, exactly. Incinerator, exactly, Jinzo. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, down back 2 is your, I don't know what to do, I'm going to try and pick this up. If down back 2 can't pick it up, oh, that was so cool. Yeah, so notice, a lot of people are mashing on Incinerator. So we do a nice sidestep, actually confirm that she mashed, and we're able to get a 10-frame there. I will say that, I didn't mention this yesterday, I did warm up this time for EVO. What I did, compared to Combo Breaker, where I basically had no way to play Tekken for like almost 2 weeks, and then I just played for the like 30 minutes leading up to it, I brought my setup this time, and I played for like nearly 3 hours in the hotel the night before. So I was feeling, very warmed up, Again, Snake Eyes moves are awesome. That was crazy. I was looking, that was me looking for the low parry, getting a snake dash instead. And then with the wackiness of the situation, I back-wonned. And it worked. Pretty funny. So this guy, they're definitely thinking about it. Oh, fun fact. Player's name was Bryan. So his friends were kind of memeing. They were like, go get him, Bryan. Oh shit, it's the beer. It's like pretty funny. Catch him with a jab. I go ahead and do the full finish on that 1+2, partially just because I want to see if they'll punish it, but also just because I'm trying to catch them stepping in that situation. Nice attempt from them. And then we get caught by the Lily cartwheel in your face and launch you. That does sometimes seem to hit me. I don't know if that's like like Electrics where it will just happen, or if it's more like I need to stop getting hit by it, but it happens sometimes. You'll notice I'm still I use a lot of Northern Cross against Lily's, partially because I don't think her 10 frame is very good, and then the Northern Cross can be used to like catch her stepping. Nice Nice punish right there, right, on the Matterhorn. Matterhorn out of nowhere. These types of punishable moves out of nowhere are a little bit harder to punish in general because you have to react to the situation more so than if you're noticing them do it after a specific move. At which point you're kind of priming yourself to see if they finish it. It's like looking for a string to finish versus looking for like a single move to just come out in open timing, right? Oh, that was crazy. You hear, get his ass, Lily. Oh man, Bryan's top one. These people are fucking. At this point, they're roasting Bryan. It's so funny. That was a mess. Those power crushes, every time they came out today, were mostly just missed inputs, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. And then we were able to get a nice down for one confirm. Bryan the player, Bryan the character, right? Nice mock kick after our hatchet, just to like kind of try and lock down the Lily, right? We are really trying to use tracking moves a lot more liberally against Lily because that's her strength. She's gonna want to move, and we want to discourage that as much as we can, right? I had no idea what the frames were there. Went for a throw here just to, in case they do like a crazy thing, and then we caught them with this incinerate string. Bryan's crazy. Bryan, the incinerator string. I don't know if you've noticed, like if you've been checking like what's been taking rounds and stuff. Incinerator string is like taking so many games right now. It is taking so many games in situations where it has no business doing it. The tracking, literally, we saw a Lily sidestep it and still kill her in one of these games. So let's watch through now with more thinking. So now you'll see down 4, jab, run up, see what you do, hatchet. They block. That's fine. I fight back here a little bit, and then I just go for another one because why not? And block. And at this point, I tried to down 4 again. I think I was kind of forgetting that there's always an extension after it nearly. Get caught. Sidestep blocking, trying to get away from the wall. At that point, I thought it was my turn, and I get sidestepped. Trying to get away from the wall here. Getting tagged by stuff. And then wasn't ready for that throw, and it threw me. Nice. Pretty strong first game, right? For them. Now we catch them with that jab, immediately go for the down 4, and notice that they just took it. And then this time, I'm like, it's my turn, right? And it's like, no, sidestep Matterhorn. That's crazy, right? And you'll notice, if we look at this string, this is the thing that I was trying to down 4 before, and she finished it. And this time, I tried to 1-4 it instead, and she she actually does she does finish the string, but then immediately sidesteps when I'm trying to take my turn and launches me, right? Pretty cool interaction there, honestly, from the, it's something you need to be afraid of like, oh, okay, I need to be careful here. But the risk is if I just sit here and block and do nothing, then I can launch it, right? So we're kind of just like, you notice how patient they are? I run into a space, I run back out. I run back in, and this time they're fighting out. And then this time I just wait to see if they're going to do it again. They do, and we get a launch, right? Weird wall situation, so I'm trying to like kind of save it like this. I do a hatchet into a down 2, which was if I was a little more experienced, probably not a smart thing to do because the only way they can really step is to the right, so is to our right, to their left, so I probably should have done like a down 4 or something, but it is what it is, or really just a 1+2 at that point. That was a cool cross-up setup. Do this, and we do this back one into incinerator string, which you see them step it. I don't know if you notice. Let's watch this back real quick. Like, back 1, step. The first 2 miss, I think. Well, actually, sorry, just the first 1 misses, and then we catch them with the rest. Yes, down 4-2 already only kind of tracks to Bryan's right, so Lily can just step it almost cleanly every time. That's my experience in the past, trying to down 4-2. She just steps it every time. Nice launch from them. now we fight back. We actually managed to make it work by them stepping to our left. You notice I'm mostly just blocking, and then when I feel like I have like a safe distance to, kind of execute things, I'm able to do the quarter circle back 1. Then we're able to trade on a 3+4, get this big damage, right? So we're kind of like paid off for our patience here. Now they're low. Now I'm mashing because I can do stuff like the mock punch and stuff, and we use the incinerator string here again to kind of like both hit confirm, right? I mean, they're so low they would have died without a hit confirm, but like both hit confirm if we hit, but also if not, it's like a good pressure string because here is -3, right? This should be -3 still in the game, and so we can comfortably step here, and then we step, get a 10 frame. And again, we led with the jab, this time into hatchet, into mock kick, because we were kind of expecting some stepping shenanigans, and it works out. That was really a sharp step from them when we're trying to keep our pressure up from that distance. A lot of players do that, so I should probably stop quarter circle back one-ing so much with their back to the wall in that situation. I want them back at the wall. This is Lily. Did you see that? I hatchet a lot in that situation to get low pressure while hopefully catching my opponents while they're stepping. And look at this. She walks and gets my back. This is Lily. This is why I'm like, no, we're literally +5 and she steps to my back. Like, you have to be really careful with your moves against her. Especially as Bryan, especially. Oh yeah, you notice that she doesn't punish the down 2-3. And we're kind of scrapping here. She's low health, right? So I use that, I start using stuff like, mock punch to try and force through those last little bits of damage, right? She gets a really nice block here. I think she's going for the low, so I low parry. My low parry looks like a crouch dash because I messed up the input. So I end up going under it, which is sick. And in the scramble situation, I'm like, I gotta be plus, but I'm not gonna go for anything, right? So I do back 1. And I don't know if, it was a counter hit, so she was trying to mash too. So yeah, I was plus enough, basically. We have one more after this, and then we'll keep going. This time, you'll notice the last time, the mock kick worked. So this time, after this hatchet, I go for 1+2, 2, because I want to get more reward off of seeing if they're going to step after the hatchet. Instead, they block, and they don't get the punish. I press there. Get a nice step to get out of the wall. And you notice that time I do the hatchet, I again go for the 1+2, and she down jabs out. Then this, I think, is probably... It's probably, again, like a failed dash-up 4-3, but I'm not really sure, because it's, like, kind of a weird... So either way, I ended up with a up 4-3 again. I think I tried a 1-2-1, but I guess I messed up. Thanks, Mello. They counter me out of stuff, Getting completely rushed down. I tried to power crush my way out of that one. Didn't work. I'm not a good power crusher yet. Down back 3 really impressed me there. She stepped all the way to the left, and we still caught it. But we kind of start using more of these down back 3s because it's a new situation, right? She is so patient. I'm starting to hatch it way more. That was, I messed up the punish. I go for the 2 extension to save it, but she's too aware. This guy's way too aware. They launch us for it. That's okay. You're allowed to do once, especially if you're ahead. But you'll notice I'm still, like, trying to just kind of, like, lock down the movement without committing, like, overly too much to stuff that'll get me in trouble, right? I follow her sidestep and do back 1+2. And then I do nothing because I want to see what she's going to do. I sidestep and give some space and hatchet here because she's probably not going to be ducking at the wall. This time goes for the down jab again. Hits me with the low. Again, we're in this crazy situation, right? I fight back on that down forward 1 with a 1-4. What happened here? This was a scramble. So at this point we're just playing on instinct, right? Oh yeah, she did a down jab after the 1-4 that we blocked, and then I back 1 and hit him, and then I do a down 2, to try and see if I can't catch him. And now I'm like, I'm -2. They're gonna mash. We're gonna mash him out faster. And I go for down back 4 because down back 4 is fast as hell. It's I-12, I want to say. And it's like minus on hit. It's a terrible move on paper, but it's fast. It's a fast low. And we're able, weirdly enough, she goes for the same thing, so you would expect her to beat us out there. But I think they're probably a little bit slow on the reaction, so we end up beating them out. Pretty crazy interaction there. 2 back 1s at that point. We're trying to, check them, right? So I do back 1 on hit, we're +7, do another back 1, because who's stepping on -7? Then we do 1 + 2, 1, because we're thinking, now we've abused it, she's going to step. Do that down back 3, hatch it, catch a pretty crazy round this one. Just pure Bryan suffocation, basically. Messed up power crush, that's okay. Go ahead and get this. I think we just start moving at the wall, and we're trying to keep her locked down, right? And then, sure enough, we use those plus frames, get machine guns to finish it. The peanut gallery is really funny for this one. Messed up that was definitely a messed up soccer kick somehow. But again, we're doing stuff like quarter circle back 1, stop your step with a down 4, do a hatchet, do a hatchet into a down 4 because we're trying to beat those down jabs and or steps, right? Just kind of trying to beat the power crush here, and then we just catch him with Incinerator because Incinerator is crazy. So Bryan's a good character, he's quite good, but very happy with that one. And then the last one, which Windows aggressively trying to open their stuff for me, is going to be Lee. So this Lee player, their name is Jody the Great, I believe. People just call him Jody. This person apparently is, this was the shark in the pool. And this is losers finals. They were, and my previous 2 opponents, I think the first one, the Leo, we might have rock, paper, scissors for it, and I lost, and I got player 2. Or no, I did get player 1 against him, but I won, and I got player 1. The Lily player said, I don't care at all. And I was like, what if I take player 1? I literally don't care at all. And it's like, okay, fine. So I picked player 1. This person's like, I'm going to rock, paper, scissors you for it. And he won. And so he got player 1 side. So again, always rock, paper, scissors for sides. Even the old guard does it. So might as well, right? So this person's a super legacy league player from what I'm told. But so yeah, let's see how it goes. We're gonna watch it through all the way through once, and then we're gonna do a full analysis. And this one we'll probably spend some time talking about it. That was a crazy interaction. You'll notice that I'm kind of trying to figure out what's going on, and they're approaching rather quickly and then getting back out, right? And I am trying to get these down 4s in. Bit of a misinput there, that's okay. That might have been on purpose. So you can tell that I'm already starting to flounder a little bit, which is okay. I'm trying to get my mental, back a little bit. I'm not that nervous, but I'm also I kind of want to get out of pools, right? I do a bit of a delay on that quarter circle back 1, and I get counter hit. I try to get up ducking. Get destroyed. Down 4-1 into down back 3. Get destroyed. Try to see if we can down 2-3 them. It doesn't work. I could have ducked that. I didn't. Ha! Mello, I think knee went further than me. Didn't duck that. That's okay. You notice I'm trying to deal with his back 3 or back 4 or whatever. In that situation, I tried to punish it, and they immediately power crushed after. And I was like, dang, this is crazy. How the heck do I space this move out? I do think that when I lab Lee, the main thing that I want to lab is honestly him doing back 3, if that's the move, his huge axe kick keep out, into Power Crush and just figure out how the hell I'm going to how the hell am I gonna actually like space out that move, because I think the problem I deal with Lee is that Lee outranges us and we're not proficient at punishing back three. That's like the biggest thing that we really struggle with in that situation. And we can look up Lee, see, because I'm actually unsure of how it went. So now we're game 2. We're on the beach. So trying to what do you call it? Trying to like make our way into like calming down a little bit. Mello, he did get eliminated in pools, but not in day 1 pools. I think he made it all the way to top 24 from what I'm seeing. Oh, of course he did. I watched him lose in top 24. Again, Incinerator. Insane string. We need to use that string more, because that string is bonkers. We're trying to do our game, right? We're doing jab into down back 3 into knee. Get a nice throw there. Taking our time. That might have been on purpose. Check him. See? He doesn't do anything. So that's very patient. I decided to fight back on this one. I'm like, are you really going to down 3 again? And then get him with an old-fashioned delayed timing down for 1 hit into a counter hit move. Super sick. Alright, so I'm honestly trying to process as we watch this what's happening too, so that's like partially why I'm kind of just thinking about this. But I am throwing out my pokes, you know, trying to do a combination of blocking and poking back, right? That was a really good fight back. I thought I had his back, I did not, and I died. Could have done 3-2-1-2 and I probably would have won. Do that down back 3 to see if they're pressing. They actually are. I watched Tony, I think, die earlier in pools and he died to a Lydia that that went for the unblockable 5 times. Nice. Good old. Sometimes you gotta do like the crazier stuff. So in that situation, we did. Yeah. Oh yeah. Gambling. Tony was devastated. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do stuff like heat burst and heat smash, right? Because the frames are so terrible, people aren't gonna respect it, and then you could just catch like either someone ducking or choosing to power crush or something, right? So we made it to game 3. We made it to game 3. We're live. Missed our back one. That's okay. Things are getting scary. I'm like trying to fight back. I use that down 4-2-3. Messed up my combo there. That's okay. Back 1, down 4, down 4. I try to back 1 there, and this time he's ready with that counter hit, right? Crazy. Combo optimization, very good. I'm like standing my ground, right? And he goes for the low. I should have kind of put up more resistance there because I kept thinking, well, he'll eventually psych himself out and go for the mid and I'll launch him. But weirdly enough, the risk is actually to do the mid rather than the low. So I think in the future, I probably should be putting more effort into considering low pairing the low out of that string is my thought. We finally get a down back 3 block. You'll notice that I'm like trying not to get too greedy with my frames because they are pretty sharp with their counter hits, but I'm also trying to make sure that I'm still getting my damage. That was a really, really heartbreaking drop there. I don't know if I lost the round as a result. If I did, that sucks. Oh yeah, I choose to go for the down back 3 there because they chose to block before. Yeah, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. We could have taken that round. Get me again with this back 3. Now just like lows and fighting back, and just he smells blood. You can tell, right? Like, look at how much they're hitting us. And I'm trying to get that distance, and then he goes for the mid this time. Oh man. But yeah, Lee's bottom 1, hell no. But oh man, so I asked this person like, or not even asked, I just commented like, I don't know how to space Lee's back 3. And they basically told me that, you know, he should die if it whiffs. And I was like, okay, that's enough information for me to like go at it. But we will, so we will probably go to Lee after we finish dealing with June. And see if we can get better at with punishing back 3. And if it's back 4 this whole time, I'm so sorry. But I can't remember which one it is. So, we're feeling out our opponent, right? And I do a down 4-2 here, and he fights back. And then I try to sidestep, and I get caught with this. Or I guess I sidestepped into a button, I get caught with this. My Requiem messes up. This in the wind deal happens. Again, with a messed up Power Crush. So round 1, like, it's okay, we're just kind of seeing what's happening, right? And you'll notice that we're kind of trading blows, but this person is like mashing intelligently in situations where, you know they can, right? That stuff. But these Power Crushes aren't really working out super well, even though they're mistakes, and we're kind of getting the feeling that this person's waiting for us to do something so they can punish it, right? So I kind of run in here and try to take my turn, and instead they've already placed a keep out move. So this is a situation where if I had been sharp on the punish, I bet you I probably could have just launched it. We're at the wall. I get up crouching. I probably shouldn't. I should probably just get up standing every time. And now they do down forward 1 into down back 3, which is a bit of a classic. So we should be probably thinking about that a lot from Lee's. I try to run in and take my frames, but if you notice, this person has kind of been stuffing it every time. So I really should probably not be running in and just trying to down 4, but it's okay. I try to check if they're going to press there, and they don't. So now, you see, I'm like from further away doing these down 4s, but look at that. I do 2 in a row, and then they immediately are ready. They are immediately ready with the back 3. Let me see if this is a back 3 or not. But either way, look, I do down 4, run up, down 4, run up. It is back 4. Back 4 is coming, right? With the exact same timing, because they know that I'm doing that. So this would be a situation where we could just experiment with faking it out for the third one to see what they're going to do about it, right? It's free to fake it out. That one we could have ducked, that's okay. There's also a mid. See, in this situation, I tried to punish it, and then I got a Power Crush. So we need to figure out how we're going to deal with that move. I finished it there. And notice now I'm trying to get that back 1, right? That back 4, right? That's crazy. And yeah, see, he's very sharp on these down 2-3s. I probably could have gone for like something more aggressive there, but you know, it is what it is. For the second one, we try to do the same thing. We do our down 4-2 into a down back 3 there, and then we do immediately another one just to see. So I think I actually probably woke up a little bit for this game, because you can see that I'm playing very observantly and very like kind of cautiously. Like, I'll do a single down 2, see what you do. I'm trying to like walk and block and stuff, getting tagged by lows, which is okay. And then I hard duck there, but they choose to back up, and then I stuff the approach with a quarter circle back one. And get a nice spacing out of that situation there. And you'll notice that I do the quarter circle back one into down four. They back up and don't punish, but that's okay. I stuff their approach again. We're kind of cycling through stuff we know, right? Jab on hit, into down back three, into while standing three, into like run up throw. Like you still have to remember to play your game, even when you're scared, even when you're even when you're feeling like it's getting stopped. We need to at least, figure out what can I do in order to play my game, right? We do a 1-2-4 here because we make a very strong decision or very emphatic decision to mash there. So we're like, well, I want the most reward, right? I try to run up and do a 4-3 there because I am trying to get them to crack a little bit. The 4-3 misses because they actually backed up, I believe, when I came in. Scary stuff. Fighting back with these down 4-2s. I did that because I was trying to stop the down back 3. I wanted to see if they were going to down back 3 again, and they kind of did. Again, like a lot of these down back 3s coming out, I'm trying to get the timing, but also as long as I'm not getting counter hit, the risk isn't that high of getting hit by the move, right? Just kind of stepping, trying to get out of the way. Get caught here. It's okay. If I'd done 3-2-1-2, I would have won, but it didn't. And then we get caught with what is that string actually? Oh, okay, 1-2, 2-3. So he basically finishes the string here and catches a smashing. You notice I did it again. I did jab, and this time I do a fake like dash in and do a 4-3 to C. And then I actually managed to get a 1-2-1 because we're actually plus there, right? And you'll notice that I'm really trying to like play my game, right? And we'll just come in, do a little poke, something quick to stuff whatever they're doing. After that, I choose to go for my my heat burst and heat smash, and that ends up working out. I try to do something, kind of nuts in order to throw them off and just get to the next game, right? All right, last round, or last game rather. Try to back one here. It doesn't work. He actually stands still and I miss it, which is wild. Now we're in jail. We're trying to get out of jail, right? And I fight back with this now down 2-3, which after what move did I do this? Oh, 1-1. And then I try to fight back. I'm using these down 4-2s. Sorry, down 4-2-3. I'm using these down 4-2s to try and like answer down back 3, basically, right? I'm trying to play something that's not going to lose immediately to down back 3. A bit of a misinput, that's okay. We get caught again. And this is the situation I was talking about before. See, what do we do here? We get to the reset of the situation. Down 4. Down 4. Third one. Back 4. This happened again. This happened in the first game, I believe it was, and now it happened here in this third game. This is one of those situations where you do it twice, and you might want to... I think we could be well served against a more observant player to not push our luck that much on our down 4s. And just after the second one, see what happens. And here I could have low parried. I think I should have low parried, just gone for it. Because it's actually safer for them to go for the low. Okay, I actually think that was pretty smart to go for the hatchet because I was trying to beat that power crush. We've been scrapping so much, I want to see if that down 2-3 works. It did not. Wow, why did I duck that? That's crazy. Because I was ready and I launched it. Oh, down forward 1. See? Down forward 1 into down back 3. I'm kind of pleased with myself. We actually at least got a launch on that. That's great. I should have blown up the floor probably on that initial launch for the middle of the floor. That would have been a better thing. We just need a little bit more awareness on the stage. And then we choked that combo as well, which just sucks. I could have, in that situation, probably just done Heat Smash, and Heat Smash would have blown up the floor too. And they got us with that nice down 4-2. I tried to do something greedy, and they were ready, and they mashed. Nice stuff. Get caught with this back four again. Now they're hitting us with lots of lows, lots of pokes, and fighting back, you know. Another low probably coming. No, he just fighting back. And this third game, because they're... And then they go for the... Now, because there's less risk, right? They just go straight for the... They go for the mid. Super awesome. They didn't even finish the string there because they just needed the mid. So, pretty crazy stuff. I think it was a pretty decent run. I'm really happy with it. And I will work on things for next time. So, with that being said, we'll do a quick sign off here for the YouTube, and then we'll go ahead and jump into some ranks. So, if you're coming from YouTube, be sure and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Really helps us grow. We really love seeing the new people show up. And if you ever want to watch it live, it's going to be at twitch.tv/VonTiban. That's VonTiban. We stream Bryan Tekken on Saturdays and Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time, where the first hour is going to be for stuff like this, match reviews, labbing, stuff like that. And then the last 2 hours are going to be for ranked and practicing the concepts that we are talking about and trying to get better at. So, with that being said, if you didn't catch that, there's a link. There's a description down below with the schedule, as well as the link to our Discord if you'd like to join our community of players trying to get better at the game together. And with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope things go well in your Tekken journey, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.